ontogeny. Let's see if that worked. There we go. Can you see or hear me right now, anybody? Testing, testing. Let's see here. Let me know if you can see or hear me as I get swarmed by biting flies. Yep, alright, excellent. Perfect, thank you. Well, welcome everybody to Paleontologizing. It's really good to see you here today. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're having a good weekend so far, or whatever time it is, wherever you're watching. Whether it's live or later on in the VOD or on YouTube or whatever, it's great to have you here. My name is Danny Anduza. I'm a dinosaur paleontologist, streaming to you live from eastern Utah right now. There's our quarry with our crew in there. We're going to go join them in a second. But hello everybody. It is great to have you here, and glad you could make it. It's going to be a short stream today because we are actually going to be taking a break, given that it is Sunday and we've been out here for almost a week so far. We typically work like 7 days a week, but this week I guess we're going to make it 6.5, something like that. 6 3/4. But yeah. For those of you who are new, you're wondering how in the world this works, being out in a remote Utah desert streaming on Twitch. How does that work? Well, there's our satellite dish right there, linked up to a solar battery setup. And here's our router. Make sure that's nice and high so it goes down to the quarry there. But, yeah, it is great to have you here. Excellent. Hello, everybody. Spainimation, Shreyank. Hey, thank you so much for the raid earlier. I really appreciate that. A Cornica, Kajuf Salem's lot. Howdy. Not the Brain, Brannington. Welcome, everybody. Here on Paleontologizing, I try and bring fossil science to you. To not just tell you how paleontology works, but to show you. This is the best way I know how to do that with live dinosaur digs during the summer. So as a dinosaur paleontologist, I study dinosaurs. I dig them up when the time is right during the summer out here. It's very hot today. It's supposed to be up to 105, 110 Fahrenheit. That's like, 41, 42 degrees Celsius, something like that. So yeah, we've got these wonderful shade tarps over the quarry. And, let's see, what else should I tell you right at the beginning if anybody's new? We're working in the earliest Cretaceous Cedar Mountain Formation. These rocks are about 140 million years old. And we've got, potentially, a couple of new species of dinosaur that are going to come out of this quarry. We've been digging here for a number of years. This is my second year at this quarry. Found some very cool stuff last summer. But we had to wrap things up in mid-August. And now we're back. And we're going to be finding some more stuff. So we just opened up the quarry a couple days ago. We're still working our way down into the bone layer, and yeah. Anyway, let's go bring the camera over and set things up there. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, and Shreyank, hey, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Good to have you here. Yeah. And Warehouse Rat. Well, we're not going to find any archaeological artifacts in here because we're not digging in soil. We're digging in rock here. So these rocks are, 140 million years old. Yeah. And we obviously are permitted and everything. We're working on BLM, Bureau of Land Management land. But yeah, the odds of finding anything you know, any human artifacts in here are very, very slim, unless it's stuff that we left from last year, you know. But yeah.
Hey, Danny.
Hey there, Phil. How's it going?
All right. I'm gonna take a lunch break.
All right. Let's see. Let me hang this up right here. And this will just be a short stream today, obviously. We're not going to be here for very long today. But I figured I'd do a quick stream. And, let's see. Set this up right here. There we go.
Yeah. How did I get on?
Nice.
I mean, how did I get out here? Yeah, for sure. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Let me put this here.
Is there tap soon? Yeah.
So welcome to the quarry, everybody, especially everybody who's new.
The truth is that most people, if they're healthy, want to mentor people. Yeah. Like most people. Like, you gotta be pretty antisocial to not be interested in that.
Logan's got, I think, if you include me, 3 mentees.
Nice.
I'm the only one at SVP. I think the other ones are at
3
Nice.
MTEs. 3 mentees.
SVP.
No, I'm playing words.
MTEs.
That's cool. It's kind of part of a fulfilling.
Got a lot of folks saying, I can do a little shout out for fundraising.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure how many people we've got going right now. 39 viewers currently. It just started,
No,
but
the MTE and
yeah.
the field
Oh,
work.
and
I did not think that I was going to
Nick is here.
be helping people with field work. So
We've got Nick Oliver in
so
chat.
lucky.
Hey,
says-
Big Daddy Nick.
Are there gloves in the quarry?
No.
Of course not. Oh.
Only for plastering. There were yesterday. We had some people who didn't listen.
So things.
How you doing, Nick? It's good to see you.
Well,
we wish you
yeah,
were
just
here.
working the fun
Yeah.
stuff.
Nick, you
It's
look
better to not have gloves.
I just don't
amazing
like gloves.
right now.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
It always looks amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And when should you use a pickaxe? We use pickaxes when we're doing what we call overburden. So that's when we're removing the rock and stuff from the top of, all the stuff that overlies the bone layer. We call that overburden. And that's when we use pickaxes and tools like that. But right now we're using a more precise hand tools. It's an awl, A-W-L. Yeah. But yeah. Brainington says, "What's beefing, Ethan?" Ethan's beefing.
What's beefing?
Yeah. I don't know.
Probably some pork. Pork salad. Porky.
Like I said, today should be a pretty short stream, so.
Nick has a black belt, so just keep that in mind. Everyone in chat. Black belt in jiu-jitsu, so just try to keep it nice. Everyone say something nice to Nick, Oliver.
Yeah.
Who's not in the quarry, but who's in le chat. He's in our hearts.
He is in our hearts forever.
He's choking us out right now. In spirit.
It's in our pulmonary arch.
Nick, why aren't you here? Oh, he was super sick, I think.
Oh,
It's
really?
probably personal. I should have said.
You had more important things to do than digging up dinosaurs. New species of dinosaurs, potentially.
Yeah, Nick, what you doing? Sleeping?
Swiping. Tisk.
Tisk. Push shizzle the plot. That is a pebble. Looks a bit like a bone, but it's just a pebble with long cracks in it.
There it is.
Barn?
Barn.
Barn and brown?
Barnar.
Barn and brown.
I really hope this was a nail spot. It should be, right?
Did you just put it?
No, Don put it.
Oh.
Found some rust here. So it's not the end of the world if we misapplied a nail. Any bones yet? Yeah, we've got several bones over here. Actually, Don, do you mind if I show off what you got going there?
Yeah, I actually have a big bone going here. That
Ooh, big bone.
I wanted to work in peace, so I didn't say anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, Don. Oh, no rest for the wicked.
And I did just glue it up so people might actually be able to see what
Nice, yeah. I'll highlight it pretty nicely. Yeah. Got some ribbage.
So yesterday, Marisa found this, what looks to me like part of a neural arch, so the kind of the top part of a vertebra. And so I've been working around that slowly, and as I did, I hit this thing. The way it was curved, I kind of was thinking it's a rib, but now when I hit this, I think these actually will go together, and it's just been depressed a little bit.
Oh.
And then there's a small little rib fragment here. Let me get a little consolidant on there.
Tell us about what this very tasty looking liquid is.
So the bone here is pretty, I guess we would call it punky. So it's very fragile. It's softer than the rock. The rock is fairly flaky once it gets dry. But the bone is flaky and porous, and so we put a little bit of a acetone-based polymer. So acryloid B72 is the name of the consolidant dissolved in acetone. Should not be drank.
Means it's pirate flavored.
Yeah, pirate flavored. We keep them in small bottles so we're not tempted to drink it.
I've got stories about that.
Yeah. And sometimes we drip it on, but here I kind of wanted to get it just on the bone, so that then this rock will stay. As I uncover it, just the fact that it's 102 degrees and very dry, the rock will almost flake off on its own.
Right.
So if I were to just dig under here, like we would actually see moisture.
Nice.
That has percolated down in. So as the rock dries, it tends to get smaller chunks. Up here I'd have bigger. Let's see if I have something here close by. They flake it off here. It tends to be in larger chunks, but over time it'll break up into smaller. Yeah, you can almost see a little moisture.
Yeah.
That's kind of the top is nice and dry looking, but underneath a little bit wetter.
Yeah.
So as I let this dry, it'll be easier to uncover. And what I want to do is, out here in the field, I don't want to do too much what we'd call preparation of the bone.
Field prep, yeah.
Field prep, because it is, if I do something and it'll flake off, and then I'm in this I'm trying to keep it fairly clean here, but it's not the best environment to be doing preparation. So really what I'm going to try to do is just figure out where the bone is going. Like this part here, I don't have to worry about trying to figure out exactly how it hooks up. I'll probably end up doing a separate little medical bandage cap on this to collect it, so that I can get around that. And then this little guy will probably map that little rib fragment, but we probably won't collect that.
Yeah.
Just because doesn't really provide a lot of scientific information.
It's kind of getting in the way right now.
I'll have some photos, and so this area has been kind of the rib area. If people were here yesterday, there was the rib over here, some rib fragments. So at the end of last season, we were pretty much got right to here. So we actually did put some gypsona and paper towel and gypsona on a few of the pieces, so we would kind of know where the bone level was heading in. So this was really the edge of the hill, and we cleared all of this in the last couple of days, so that when we got to the bone level and started following bones, we wouldn't have a lot of overburden, a lot of rock on top that we'll have to move to get to these. So we'll be getting this guy off, and then this is kind of exciting. I know on the drive down, Maddie asked, like, what is the best part of the job out there? And for me, this is probably it. So an hour ago, all I had was this, and then I dug in, and then we talked about how hard it is to tell the difference between bone and rock. I saw this little surface here, and I was like, that kind of looks like bone, but it also could easily have just been rock. So then once I saw this and saw it was bigger, and then this, like, that's kind of the cool part, where I'm like, I've got probably some big long bone that's heading, and it's probably going to go way over to here.
Nice.
In there, so it's after getting just these rib fragments. So there's probably been some trampling. These guys, animals died here in the swampy environment and fell apart, and animals were trampling, and we know that a big sauropod trampled and got stuck in the mud just over there.
Yeah, Mierosaurus.
Mierosaurus, so we know a lot about what was happening, at least for a little slice of time during the early Cretaceous here.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Don.
Sure.
Appreciate you taking the time.
And then since we are talking,
want
to thank everybody that did donate to
Seriously.
our food fund.
Yeah.
We do want to emphasize that the UGS is paying for Ethan and Jim and I's time and the vehicles and all the equipment, but we don't really have a budget for food.
Right.
So between Utah Friends of Paleontology and the money that folks donated here, that'll help feed volunteers because they're coming out here on their own dime
Right.
and own time
Uh-huh.
and not getting paid. So we feel the least we can do is at least feed them. So
thanks for
between the
helping
day
with that,
before,
yeah.
we got about $500 to $600. So
Holy
that's-
cow.
That should
Thank
be
you very,
enough
very
with our
much.
other
Yeah.
with our other donations. We should be good.
Okay.
So
Great. Yeah.
thanks for the folks that donated. We had a couple $100 donors, so that's
Holy cow.
extremely generous.
That's
a couple
extraordinary.
of $50. And when I do get back to a computer in a couple days, I'll
Mm-hmm.
send out thank yous to all those people. But,
Awesome.
if you want to donate more money, fund another good cause, I'm sure
Yeah.
Dana will have some idea.
Thanks,
Just
Don.
give
Well,
it to Danny. Send it
appreciate
to Danny.
yeah.
And thanks everyone.
Yeah. Really appreciate it.
You'll
Thank
be
you.
able
Thank
to-
you.
So the folks that are here that will be coming back, it'll be kind of fun because in a few days we'll go from this to having a nice pedestal and we can jacket it and take it out so we can really see the whole process.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of thank yous in chat. Thanks, Don. Thanks for sharing your signs with us. Yeah.
Cool. And then
So-
did you tell them that we are going to, I as the crew chief, the field manager here, decided since it's supposed to be about 105, 106, starting at about 2 p.m.
Uh-huh.
And we have been out here a week working really hard.
Yeah.
I figured that these guys deserved a little break. So we're actually going to close up and head towards Green River, Utah and go take a swim in the Green River.
Nice.
It was partially that they needed a break, and then I have gotten a little too close to them on occasion, so I'm like, ooh, I think we need to go take
Bring
a
some
little
soap with us.
and a little water will be is in order at this point. So,
Yeah. No, we're all looking forward to that. It's going to
yeah,
be really
take a
nice.
couple and we will get to see a lot of geology on the way, so it's not
Yeah.
all recreation. It's
Sure.
work too.
You'd be learning too. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, somebody who's in the know says, "Nice. Get a burger at Ray's."
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, maybe we'll need more food donations. No, I'm just kidding. We've
Well,
had
cool.
plenty of burgers at Ray's.
Pretty neat. I'm so glad everybody actually got to see some decent bone there in the ground. There's going to be a lot more of that over the next few weeks. So, yeah, yeah. And then Maddie is back with us too. Do you want to say hi, Maddie?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, it's good to have Maddie back. And somebody was asking me how many people we've got in the quarry right now. There's 3 of us plus Fisher, and Ken, and Justin, and Ethan. Oh, yeah. However many that is. I'm no mathematician. Let me hang this up right here. Let's see. Try and do this with one hand.
I mean, it is possible that
There we are. Excellent. So like I said, it's going to be a short stream today because we are going to go swimming, as Don was saying. Excited about that. There we go. That should be good like that. Excellent. And somebody was asking about whether we use pillows instead of knee pads at this site. Yeah, we got both. I've got knee pads here, and they're turning my knees nice Statue of Liberty green. But we got pillows floating around also. Yeah. Man, I squashed another fly accidentally. They just like don't move. I'm just like, get out of here, and didn't mean to kill them. Ugh.
I caught one with my hand yesterday.
Did you? Yeah.
It was pretty impressive.
And Incarnate Paranormal says, "Happy Sunday from the oven that is Las Vegas." It's turning into a bit of an oven here too, Incarnate. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. It's good to have you here. Yeah. Where'd my bucket go? I'll take this one. I'll empty it. Yeah.
Which is that a bone?
So
No, it's just rock. Sorry.
there is gypsona on here. I gotta be careful. Yeah, this is all just rock though.
Check out this big dish. This big bump.
Ooh,
Wonder for something hiding underneath,
that is an intriguing idea.
isn't it? Some soft said death.
Let's scoot this out of here.
Thanks.
You guys are like pincering me here.
Trying to crush you.
Although we had a similar deformity right here, and I don't know if there's anything underneath it. Just keep the vagaries of mudstone preservation. Mudstone sedimentation. Shrank wants to know, do you ever consider going back to old dig sites? I mean, this is one of them. We were here last summer. Ethan's been working here for years and years. Don's been working here for...
Even more years. Than
Yeah, for longer than that.
15 years.
15 years, holy cow. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the big giant one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess is that an example? I mean, is that what you meant, Shreya? Going back to old sites? Because that's exactly what we're doing here.
Well, we even kind of did that in the Almond too. In
Yeah.
The Barton Brown's old stomping grounds.
That's true, yeah. Sites that were worked back in the 30s.
And they weren't exactly his sites, but, you know.
Yeah.
They were the
based
stuff
on
that they
the
slept on.
information that he, accrued there. Informed how we went about finding our own new sites.
It's probably the majority of the time. Well, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, probably the majority of the time we're going back to areas where people have found fossils in the past. There's not as
Very
much
rare.
exploration as there was a long time ago.
Or at least blind exploration of like,
Yeah.
there could be stuff here, but no one's ever tried.
Or it could just be a total bust, you know? Yeah.
Rock Springs Formation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Near Evanston.
Yeah. That answers all my questions for the day. Thank you, Shreyank. I appreciate it. Yeah. Chaos and Lead says, do you get paid to do this? I don't. We've only got a very few actual employees who get paid here. The rest of us are volunteers. So,
Well, you are getting paid.
well, I'm getting paid via Twitch right now. So,
Your
yeah.
job is
Yeah.
to be science man.
Actually, speaking of which, since we do have enough funding, I guess, or enough donations for food, Claire or Lenina, would you mind getting rid of or disabling the dawn command for now? Or at least we'll just hold off on that command for a while, because, yeah, we have had a really excellent amount of support. And, yeah, shoot. If you'd like to contribute, just hoist the subscribe button. Yeah. And CCTV user, wow. Yeah, we've got another partnered streamer here. Do you ever find gold or silver while digging? No. These are not the right kinds of sediments for that. What we find is better.
Unless the dinosaur happened to have some,
Some gold fillings.
yeah, some jewelry.
Who else saw the bird this morning?
Me do. I did. Me do.
You didn't see it, Danny, but I think
No. Oh, you got a picture?
it's the yellow-headed black.
Oh, awesome. Very nice. Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, can I show the camera real
Sure,
quick?
yeah.
Thanks. We had a yellow-headed blackbird in camp this morning, apparently. I've
could.
seen exactly one bird so far in the past week here in this valley. It was a hummingbird this morning.
It. Yellow-headed blackbird.
That's
I
awesome.
just googled yellow-headed.
I've never seen that bird in my life.
Wow.
I don't think
really
I have
bizarre.
either.
It
Yeah.
was really striking.
Let's see what its range is. Maybe it's lost.
It could be a vagrant.
Did it vocalize at all?
red-winged blackbirds will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they like to hang out in. Red-winged blackbirds are like they live in marshes and hang out on reeds and stuff like that.
All over Salt Lake.
Yeah, yeah. We get them in California too, but in California they don't have the little yellow spot next to the red spot on the wing. It's just red. Yeah. It might be. They might be speciating.
Spend the summer in west central United States.
Yeah. The dinosaurs seem to be avoiding the old cemetery. Apparently, good lag. Apparently.
I just saw that one picture with the display pose. That lizard that walks through camp was a whiptail.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, whiptail lizard. Nice.
And me and Maddie saw a collared lizard in one of the washes.
Yeah, those things are amazing. They almost don't look real.
KS and Led wants to know what's the coolest thing we found so far. I don't know. I think Fisher's dromaeosaur tooth from yesterday was pretty cool.
Don's bone is cool too. We just don't know what it is yet.
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
massive and well preserved. So we're excited to see how that turns out. Have you shown that off yet?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just a couple minutes ago.
It rocks.
241 viewers now.
Up.
After streaming for just 28 minutes.
Mention
Not
the
too
stuff
shabby.
you found on the surface yesterday, last night. Just kind of wandering around.
No, I didn't talk about that. Yeah. Yeah, we went for a little stroll near camp after the sun went down. And Fisher found, what, 3 articulated caudal vertebrae?
It looks like a sequel.
Yeah. Bit of dinosaur tail in articulation. I found a big old limb bone just sticking out of the side of a wash. So yeah. I love this song.
Delightful.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
And now you got the sauropod tooth over there too yesterday.
What, you found a... Wait, what?
Now you got a part of a sauropod tooth.
Matt, you found a sauropod tooth yesterday? That's
Part
awesome.
of one.
Holy cow. Just on the surface?
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
How fisheye is the lens?
It's pretty decent. I mean,
like it
you
goes
probably
like-
can't see Don or Maddie right now, but...
Pretty wide.
Yeah, yeah.
It's staring right at.
Yeah, you're going to be right in the middle there, Justin. Yeah. And Earth Tour wants to know, if we find like a new or rare dinosaur, do we all get paid extra for that? We don't get paid at all, man.
They're not. The dinosaurs aren't for sale, so.
Maybe double our nightly gruel ration. I'm just kidding. We actually eat really well out here.
It's not a company, so that's not how it works.
Yeah, yeah. This is, you know, we're out here for the science. We don't get paid any extra if we find a new dinosaur or anything like that. Most of us are not getting paid at all. We're volunteers here.
You might not get a job if you can't find dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But you don't get paid more if it's your job to find dinosaurs.
Good point. Yeah, yeah. And no, science doesn't cut us checks.
Generally, being a scientist is not a lucrative endeavor,
No.
which is great.
Unless you work for industry or
Yeah.
the military-industrial
In
complex.
which case, are you actually a scientist?
There you go.
Because the purpose of science is to generate knowledge, and knowledge and money are not. They're not exchangeable currencies.
No, definitely not.
Welcome to Ethan's soapbox on paleontologizing.
Oh shoot, I was going off on a soapbox yesterday on this, but yeah.
Isn't that the point of this?
Yeah.
Paleontologizing, where people sit silently.
Does any digging ever happen on native land? Well, I mean, shoot, these are all native lands. Absolutely. There were a number of different tribes who lived in this area. for exactly whom, though. But generally, tribal lands in the U.S. that are like, sovereign tribal lands or part of a reservation or something like that, you need special permission to work on those in those areas. This is not that. This is just BLM land, Bureau of Land Management land, federal land. But yeah, since we're a permitted group of scientists, we're allowed to be out here. We've got excavation permits and all that good stuff. So yeah.
What'd you find?
Nice rock chunk.
Ethan Limey Show says you've got gravity-defying hair.
Is he going up? Oh,
Apparently.
It's curling up, yeah. That's what I said. I went to the barber and said, give me the anti-gravity.
Physicists will have to rewrite their theories.
Was Darwin wrong? Do hair be long?
And Raven, thank you for the resub there. I appreciate that very much.
Dinosaurio. Le bon bit.
It is satisfying when you break off a big old chunk of rock, Steely Dan. That's... Yeah.
Dirty Dan.
That should be a great name for like a cat burglar. Steely Dan.
Yeah.
From
It's a bit of bone pebble.
Bone pebble.
Yeah.
Just pop down with a rock.
Might be a little off-feeder or something, actually. It's like a little Hershey's Kiss shape to it.
Have you heard of Crimes Johnson? I have not, Brannington. Who's that? Is that a famous cat burglar?
Steely Dan. Stevie Dan.
Oh, did dinosaurs live in hot climates? Dinosaurs lived in all kinds of climates, yeah, absolutely.
Mostly hot. Or temperate.
I guess, yeah, because during the Mesozoic there weren't too many icy places, but
Rather warm.
yeah, there were a few. High latitudes. That's one of the things I appreciate about Prehistoric Planet 2 or Prehistoric Planet and Prehistoric Planet 2. Showing dinosaurs running around in the snow. Like the number of viewers I had who were like blown away by that.
Whoa. It is something you just don't see depicted much.
Yeah, yeah.
Something that never really occurs to you. It's like if you don't see a dinosaur next to an exploding volcano, you feel like you're in an alternate dimension.
And 1,000 bits, thank you, whoever donated 1,000 bits. Thank you very much. Yeah.
What?
What's 1,000 bits?
A bit is equal to about 1 cent. So,
It's a dollar?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sweet. $10?
It costs a little bit more than 1 cent to buy, but part of that goes to Twitch to support the platform.
Crypto?
What's that?
Is it crypto?
No.
It's like a Chuck E. Cheese token, Phil.
Basically, yeah. It's like an in-platform currency.
Hey, Justin? Can you get a minute? Can you see if my watch is hanging out on top of my cat behind me? No? Alright, I'll
Might be getting close to lunchtime.
I got some of that cold stuff.
Eating like 3 big old chunks or those plant.
I'm good for now.
This was a plant.
Probably
Usually when it's like totally jet black like this, but there is some bone that's like dark
Jet black.
gray. Yeah.
An awful long way to pee. Well, it's a long way. In the desert, I guess you have that.
Expedition Live.
More like Expedition Live. It's all fake. Government put dinosaurs in the ground to show that the moon is flat. I don't know.
What this stream is what it is we take footage of us burying bones and then reverse it.
Exactly,
So it's,
yeah.
It's backwards. and
We're
it
also
looks like we're finding
speaking backwards right now, and then we're very, very good at that. So when you play it forward again,
it. It could mean that which has Does that sound like a reverse speak?
yeah, it really did. That's pretty good.
Sounds
Ian.
like the Beatles right out.
Oh yeah. Never could be any other way. Number 9. Thanks, Dobby.
Or even says, have you ever found a species you didn't expect to find on a dig? Yeah, all the time. Shoot.
A lot of crocodilians.
Yeah. When I was working in the Hell Creek, we found a whole Leptoceratops bone bed, which is really cool. Because Leptoceratops used to be an extremely rare dinosaur in the Hell Creek. But there's a trick to finding them, which I can't quite tell you yet, because it's not published. But anyway, there's a way to find them. Yeah, stuff like that. But yeah. And Kyle Mack, we got a question just like that earlier. Have you ever found like ancient pottery and had to call in a different department? If we found ancient pottery in these rocks, that would be pretty extraordinary because these rocks are about 140 million years old.
I have found
Yeah.
pottery
Yeah.
within feet of a dinosaur skeleton before.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I don't know if you could hear Don there, but he's saying that this whole valley here is, I guess this is kind of a big archaeological site too. There's a bunch of chert. So
Chert, yeah.
yeah. So the original inhabitants of this area used to come by and make arrowheads and probably scrapers and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway. We're not going to find any of that stuff down in here.
That'll be on the surface, the undisturbed.
Yeah. In the soil, basically. This is rock down here. Bedrock. But yeah. And how deep in the ground are the bones usually found? Well, we usually find them on the surface, where you've got some bedrock exposed on the surface. So we do what we call prospecting. You walk along and you look for bits of bone that are eroding out, and then you dig down. So at this site, shoot, how much rock do you think you guys have moved over the years to get down to this layer? It'd be like 5 or 6 feet.
Don?
What do you think, Don?
Over here,
Uh-huh.
a little less than that.
Yeah?
3 feet.
3 feet? Okay.
And that's because, right, the sediments that were deposited on top of the dinosaur rocks have since eroded away.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get, in many, many places, you have dinosaur bones, but they're many, many, many feet underground because younger rocks are on top of them.
Mhm.
But in some places, like in a desert, where it's
Got a lot of
a
erosion.
lot of erosion happening, yeah, or in an uplifted region where gravity's on your side and the rivers are tearing through plates and eroding it, weathering it down, you get rid of all the rock on top, and you end up with, you have dinosaurs super close to the surface, even though they're very, very old.
Right. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
I remember I was digging in the Hell Creek in North Dakota, and this rancher came up and he was like, we found this Triceratops in a hill, and it was just a hill projecting out of the flat prairie, and it was just right in the hill. And he was like, "How on earth is it like that close to the surface?" He was picturing that we would have to like dig like a mine shaft or something.
Right.
But it's
I think most people kind of get that impression if they don't.
And for the most part, honestly, if most dinosaurs, you would have to do that. But
Sure.
the thing is that it's just not.
You'd never find them in the first place.
Exactly.
If you just dig a random hole somewhere.
Yeah, there's enough on the
Yeah.
surface. It's enough to keep us happy. So.
That has happened, like with those iguanodon at Bernissart in Belgium.
Oh yeah.
And the coal mine.
All
Yeah.
mines.
But that was like a freak accident that they happened to find that in the first place.
Megalosaurus too was found in a mine, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
Mosasaurus.
Yeah, yeah.
In
Yeah.
Idaho, they have a bunch of helicoprion in the coal mines.
Yeah. Those are like open pit mines, though, right?
No, I think they're shafts.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, the stuff is down there, but usually as paleontologists we find it, you know, because there's bedrock exposed on the surface.
So the only way to find a dinosaur is to go to places where dinosaur-age rock happens to have been exposed on the surface, uplifted or weathered down to.
So you really got to know your geology, or at least have some sense of it before you can actually find anything. Got to go to rocks of the right age and the right type. But yeah. And did we get a raid or something? Let's see here. Laura Flora Ciencia, hey, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Foxy Grandpa 69. What's shaking with you? Good to have you here.
What's shaking? Let the good times roll.
Excellent. And are you guys clearing out rock, or thinking there's fossils in those rocks you're putting in the Tupperware thingy? So we're clearing away what we call matrix. So this is rock that surrounds the bones. We're trying to dig through rock to get to the bones. So all of this stuff we're getting rid of. We just kind of throw it in there and then we'll empty those out.
So the stuff in the white tubs are junk. It's just rock with no bone.
Yep.
So we're removing rock away from bones.
But rather than just throwing it over our shoulders or something like that, it's much safer to put it in something like this first. Because sometimes you'll pull up a chunk and think there's nothing in it, and then you'll find some bone there and go, shoot, some of it's missing. So then you can rifle through this a little bit and try and find any missing pieces. This is just like a little bit of insurance, I guess. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. Good question. Clean off my surfaces here.
Yeah, I'll pay for it.
Said three people all at once asked the same question. Is ground penetrating radar used at all at these dig sites? No, it doesn't work in rock like this. Archaeologists might use that kind of thing because they're digging in soil, but it doesn't really work in like solid rock. Even if it did, I'm not sure we would have the budget for that kind of technology.
The dinosaurs are basically rocks. Right?
Yeah, the fossils themselves are permineralized, so a lot of the original organic material has been replaced by minerals in the groundwater and then the surrounding rocks.
There's not enough of a density difference to differentiate between bone and rock.
Right.
Probably 700 years old. And we use for his pants, they use charcoal, but they turn blue on them.
It has been used before,
He has
but
a white belt with
I think to questionable utility.
Right.
and it looks like a white shirt.
Wasn't it that Allosaurus jamadsoni?
That was found with a Geiger counter, wasn't it?
Oh, right, okay.
He's full size.
Well, Jim would know for sure. I guess we'll ask him when he
I
comes
think
out
it was
here.
a radioactive
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
I do have a radiation detector. I should bring it out here once we've got some more bones.
I
See
actually,
if it'll set them off at
a
all.
friend of mine actually loaned one to me
Uh-huh.
to bring out here, and I just totally forgot.
Oh, shoot.
So I should definitely do that.
I had one sent to me by a viewer, which was pretty cool.
Have coffee?
It's not the fanciest one in the world, but it might work.
Why'd you say you have coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, and somebody was asking about whether volunteering is a good idea. Absolutely. That's how I got my career started off. That's really the best piece of advice I can give anybody is like, go get yourself into a museum. If you can volunteer, or if you can't afford to volunteer, if you need to make money, you can just see if you can get yourself a job at a museum, you know, as a custodian or working in the front desk or something like that.
Or even the gift shop.
Gift shop, yeah,
And
absolutely.
then, you know, if you've got enough time to make one commute a week or two commutes a week, then maybe after your shift or before your shift, you could do some volunteering if they have space for you.
Mm-hmm.
Two birds, one stone.
You'll like get to meet some of the paleontologists, or if it's in another field, whatever other people were working at the museum.
Museums
Yeah.
are usually pretty receptive to inquiries from interested people.
Yeah.
So the museums kind of run on volunteers. There'll be a handful of paid positions and then an army of volunteers doing a lot of the hard work.
Oh, Iacane is here. How you doing, Iacane? Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Yeah. Foxy Grandpa wants to know, why does this rock seem so easy to break apart? It's because we're just very good at it.
It's actually part of the show.
Yeah, it kind of is. It takes practice, I don't know, muscle memory.
We are one with the rock.
Yeah. You kind of learn how these things break apart, and you work with the natural fractures in the rock.
Cyanuracaloids and drinking
Yeah.
at the very end of the
Get the other one.
I got yours.
Oh. Thanks, Ethan. Oh, nice.
Dos.
Can I trade him out with that? Yeah. And let's see. Hello to you too. Bonus soil. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Iacane, you're right about that. Yeah. I actually brought that hammer out here. That's the one that I used to pound my tent stakes in. And Elizabeth, hey, welcome. I'm glad you're having a good time here. Yeah.
So lucky. Get to watch dinosaurs come out of the ground in air conditioning.
Seriously, yeah. You don't have to be where it's 100+ degrees right now in the shade. Let's check on that, actually. You want to take a guess what temperature is?
93? That
93?
doesn't feel very hot to me. I don't know.
Yeah? Fisher?
97.
Let's see.
All right.
According to this, we're at 103.38.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel great. Considering.
Take a look at that. It's the number on the bottom. Top one is humidity. Yeah. 103 degrees in the shade.
In the shade.
Just heard that song on the radio.
Oh yeah. In the shade.
Good song. Who is that, by the way?
Third World.
Third World. Excellent song. Great song.
Said it was 96 degrees on parade. 10,000 soldiers.
Yeah. Anyway, I should drink some water. You're right, Mrs.
And a little teeny bone.
Hey, Danny,
Probably junk.
Yeah.
can I ask a favor? Because I know you,
Sure thing,
you
yeah.
bring your equipment cart past my tent and wash every day.
Oh, no, not every day. I just did the first day.
Okay, but you walk that way maybe to get back to your tent?
Uh-huh.
Sometime in the 4 days I'm gone, can you check and make sure the metal rings that go underneath the tent,
Yeah.
they sometimes come out. If you just,
Yeah, sure.
sure-
I'll make sure
make
that,
sure
that
blow-
it's staying on the stakes, you mean?
yeah, so it doesn't blow away.
You got it, yeah. Sure thing, Phil. Yeah. You taking off pretty soon?
Taking off, my friend.
All right.
AC tunes and a whole cold Coke.
Let the good times
Rule.
mother.
Drive safe, Phil.
All right.
Take
Yeah.
care, man. See you in a few days.
See you in a few days. In Kirkland. Also questions about Sterling. I'll ask you to clarify.
Uh-oh.
Be on trial.
Starlink is number one, by the way, for all the people listening. You should subscribe.
You'll be getting down to it. All right, man.
Nice to meet you, Phil. I hope you work in your honor. Yeah, I've never been up there. We're going out, my friends.
All right, we'll be in touch.
Adios, amigos.
See you, Phil.
See ya.
Keep in touch by a trip.
Yeah. Foxy Grandpa says, "Oh, so you don't go home? You guys live in tents while in the dig site?" No, I drive home to California every night, and no, our tents are set up like camp.
Some
Yeah.
people will stay in a hotel, not on our digs, but some people, their field sites are like relatively close to town, and so they'll stay in a hotel every night.
Which
It
just
sounds so expensive and like such a waste
it
of time.
is so expensive.
So we usually camp in tents, and
Yeah.
our camp's actually just like, what, third of a mile?
Yeah, it's really
Quarter
easy
mile
walk.
from here?
Yeah.
And so all of our food and all of our tents and our summer belongings are over there.
Amenities.
Or what?
Or amenities.
Our amenities, yes, like the shade tarp, the garages,
River.
lawn chairs. You know.
Yeah, nobody's asked, how do you go to the bathroom?
We just hold it.
For 3 weeks. Yeah.
That's why I'm leaving.
It's water.
I'm getting a little older, I can't.
Can't hold it anymore. Can't keep it in.
Are these important, or can these go in the white bin?
They die.
How much water do I drink every day? Not enough, Blues Traveler.
Never enough.
No,
Can't stop, won't stop.
I think I drank 3 of these yesterday, just in the quarry.
Yeah, close to a gallon a day, probably.
But if I'm doing overburden all day, it'll be like 2 or 3 gallons typically. At least in the Hell Creek, that's what I was doing. Yeah.
Look at pound roll. You'll be like, is that how you're brushing his teeth? Oh, you're finding potholes.
Ah. Good stuff. Quasi Boba says, "Do we know what's down there? Down where? What do you see something? Shoot. What are you talking about?" No. We've got some iguanodontian dinosaurs coming out of here. So here, I've got a. Where's my diagram thing? Did I leave it over here? Laminated sheets. There we go. Yeah.
Lamination.
There we are. Yeah, so a dinosaur pretty similar to this guy, good old iguanodon. One of the first 3 dinosaurs ever named. Yeah, so we've got a member of this family coming out of this quarry. Probably a little bit smaller than this guy, but it's probably multiple individuals. I don't know. It may or may not be a new species. We've got to find some more of it to be able to figure that out. So, yeah. What's that?
We need a squamosal.
Esquimosal. Let's find Esquimosal. The bones from the back of the head.
Oh, that's fun.
Let's see. Did Iguanodon walk on 2 legs or 4? Yes.
Depends on what time of day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably what we call facultatively bipedal. So they probably walked on 4 legs most of the too? They could get legs? Probably. I don't know. You don't really see too many depictions of bugs anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
Walking with dinosaurs.
Yeah,
The
I would think
trackways
so.
where you see that happening.
Probably.
And their forelimbs are so much smaller than the.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess not iguanodon itself. It's got pretty beefy arms, right?
Iguanodon bernasartensis, yeah, it's got super beefy arms. But,
It's beefing.
yeah, but I don't know, its hind limbs are so much longer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shoot. Sorry,
Probably
camera.
shift back the center of balance a little bit.
What's that?
Probably shift back the center of balance a little bit.
I would
lean
think so.
back
They've
a bit,
got the big hefty tail for counterbalance, yeah.
kinda,
Oh, I thought you were telling me how to throw the rock. And you're like, you probably lean back, dude. That's why it fell over.
Yeah, use your tail, Ethan.
Yeah, to wag my tail.
use your large ossified tendon filled.
Yeah.
Here's my Aussies.
Lean back on your haunches and...
Got a teeny bone.
Oh yeah, let's show that off.
Probably garbage.
Garbage barn.
Barn.
Barn. Right there. Yeah. Nice. Could that be a bit of tendon, or you think it's just a little bone bean?
I think it's a bone bean.
Nice.
Jack in the bone bean stock here. So we're probably still above where the really well preserved bones are.
Mm-hmm.
Get moving then.
I'm working on it.
We need some overburden relief over there.
Yeah, this bone is garbage.
We need our expert.
This bone is mental.
Let's see.
Vagaries of Moonstone.
Look at this whisk broom. That's what I've been using for the past 2 days. I mean, it wasn't much bigger when I started using it, but yeah.
Is that from Wyoming?
No, this is from here.
Really?
That's not one of mine.
So we have a pack rat out here.
No, I think that's just a whisk broom that's very old.
Really?
This one might be left over from Crystal Geyser or something.
I just don't see it break much. Like I usually don't see strands coming out. That's why
I think after a certain point, like when you get closer to the reinforced part, they get more brittle. They start to break more often.
And maybe they're actually.
They don't have as much flexion there because they're much shorter, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like the breaking down probably accelerates the quicker, or the closer you get to
to the
this.
bottom.
Yeah. That's my guess. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Justin, can I assign you to carry this back to camp?
Yeah.
You want to fill the puppet?
I don't know. Up here, maybe trying to get
Shirt pebble, yeah. River rock.
Apology.
Are the rocks usually layered? They are, yeah. Sedimentary rocks. Sediment laid down in layers, so yeah. Fisher's gonna eat some lunch maybe, so maybe I'll move the camera over here. You guys can see from another angle.
I'll be back soon, Manny.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just move it back afterward. Yeah, we're just removing bits of rock like this and looking underneath for any trace of bone. There's one of our data spikes that Ethan's hammering in. Like I was showing you yesterday toward the end of the stream.
Barn. This is a little vertebra.
Ooh.
It's not very good, but
Yeah, this is the remainder of it.
oh, nice. Yeah, we found a few of these little.
We'll take a look at that in a minute, but here
So that's
you can see some modern roots. These are from some plants
This is the lateral side of the centrum.
that were alive until very recently. They send their roots down in between the rocks and help break things up a little bit.
Where are you going?
They're looking for bits of moisture in here because this is a little bit damp. So if plants send their roots down, they can get just a little bit of a drink. All right, I'll set this back up here. Stay out of Fisher's way. There we go. And Melon Derp, hey, you're welcome. Thanks for being here for a short stream. One little casual digging stream. Yeah. And just this guy, you know, says, are all fossils in sedimentary or limestone? So limestones are sedimentary rocks.
Sometimes.
Oh, actually, shoot, yeah. Limestone, is that metamorphosed?
No, I mean,
Yeah, no,
Chemi-
that's marble is
I guess-
metamorphosed limestone.
No, you're right. They are all sedimentary rocks. Even chemically deposited limestone
Yeah,
is
yeah.
sedimentary. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It's always nice to have
Someone who's wrong.
somebody checking your facts. Yeah. So yeah, occasionally there will be fossils that they themselves get metamorphosed, like opalized plesiosaurs in Australia and stuff like that.
So cool.
But yeah,
You want me to try to...
Oh yeah, I'll put a little glue in there, probably. And then we'll get bits out of it.
I've worked around it, so it's a little bit easier to get.
Nice job.
And
It looks like it's all there, so.
This guy is from somewhere.
oh, yeah, and thank you. I don't know if you can hear me, but if anybody's
Okay.
just sat through some ads, I appreciate your patience there. I know ads are no fun, but
Sweet.
I can't turn them off, and they do help support the channel.
I'm gonna, I'll just leave that for. I'm gonna, before I glue it, I'm gonna get bits of rock out of there.
Golganak, thank you for the gift sub there. Excellent. Yeah. And Orion, you've seen some opalized fossils? They are pretty wild, right? Yeah, cool stuff. Oh, and Lenina, thank you for reposting that question from Espy. Speaking of how warm it is today, how did dinosaurs regulate their body heat? Imagine being massive would be a big problem? Good question. Yeah, especially since we think a lot of the biggest dinosaurs, like sauropods, would have been endothermic, warm-blooded. They would have generated their own body heat. But that big long neck and big long tail might have helped with that. Just like extra surface area to help dump heat. Certain dinosaurs also had feathers, so a lot of theropod dinosaurs, for instance, had feathers. And those can help you regulate your temperature and keep the sun from directly baking your skin. If I'm remembering correctly, feathers can enable you to have like a kind of a layer of dead air in between the feather surface and your skin surface. Help kind of insulate you, almost like, this is grossly oversimplifying, but almost like a thermos or something like that. Yeah. And maybe dinosaurs would have panted or gone for a swim like we're gonna do in just a little bit. Both panting and going for a swim.
Wet their t-shirts.
Yeah. Did dinosaurs wet their t-shirts?
Like Fisher and I.
Yeah. These guys have been doing that, and it seems to help a lot. Fisher, did you discover that?
I don't think so. I mean,
First person to do that?
Well, I mean, here in the quarry at least.
I
Yeah,
think I did wet my t-shirt when we were doing overburden, and I like wrapped it around my neck.
yeah, I
and
remember that
then
day.
I put it on afterwards.
It started a trend. Yeah.
Done it in other places, like if you hike in the Grand Canyon, you when you're near the river, you go in and get soaked, and then you end your hike and
There you go.
make it about a mile before it all dries out.
Before it all
I don't
evaporates,
know why
yeah.
I never thought to do it here. Only been 22 years now.
You did a good job of seeing it before it got unsalvageable. It's gonna be safe. You see what I'm saying, how hard it is to, like, it's really hard to not break those.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty hard to.
And flaky koala. No, I always wear boots like this in the field. That's, yeah. Not uncomfortable in the least. Yeah. And Nolo. Did I ever think I wouldn't make it in paleo? I mean, I've had to.
Every day.
That's pretty typical, yeah. No. I've had to find kind of had to forge an unconventional path, I suppose, but I'm really happy doing what I do, and I don't think I'd have it any other way, you know? So yeah. There's always, like, some imposter syndrome inherent in just about any academic field, I imagine. Maybe most especially especially in paleontology, it seems. I don't know if that's true, if it's especially in paleontology, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Big old chunks. Nice.
Over there still.
Araya says, question, what do you all do for your back pain after crouching over that?
Back
Scream.
replacement?
Make noises.
Yeah, make noises.
Malted alcoholic beverages.
Bottom it up.
The joke alcoholism.
I don't know, we're young. Not really something that we have to worry about that much.
Speak for yourself, man.
Thanks, Danny.
You're young, Don.
Is it a shot? Yeah.
This would have caused me crazy back pain until I started working out like deadlifts and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, working out and developing some muscle mass will definitely help with that kind of thing, too. Yeah. Yeah. How young are y'all? Says Hershey Ann.
Yes.
Yeah, take a guess.
Guess all of our ages.
We're young enough.
How old are you, Denny?
Me? I'm gonna be 49 next month.
Wow, you look terrible for 49.
No, like all successful Twitch streamers, I'm of course 21 and single.
I'm 24.
36.
You're 36, Tim?
Yeah.
Wow.
22.
Life has been okay to me.
Yeah,
Once
seriously.
again.
Dude, I think this is a tooth right next to your bone.
Yeah.
We have 3
Oh, wow.
22-year-olds.
Think so?
I hadn't even had
I
a chance
am.
to look
This is-
at anything beyond that.
We have 3 22-year-olds, so.
I felt like when I was 22, everywhere I went, I met people who were 22. I would hear the number 22 all the time,
Uh-huh.
in songs, in movies, in the news. It was weird.
What
Yeah,
about
I
when you
would
turned
guess
23?
Stopped. I think
Nobody likes you then.
there's something weird about the Taylor Swift 22 age.
Too young to get that joke.
Is Taylor Swift perpetually 22 years old?
No, but she had a song in it. She goes, "I'm feeling 22." It's kind of a meme, I think. So
Oh,
she backed me
okay.
up.
I've never heard of that.
Shoot.
And there's
Oh, I heard this even.
Blink 182. Nobody likes you when you're 23.
Nobody likes you when you're 23.
Well, Ethan, what would we do without you?
That is apparently a Blink-182 song. Everybody in chat is... Nobody likes you when you're 23?
It's not the actual name of the song, it's just a line. I can't remember which song it is. It's not Adam's song, it's... oh, what's my age again?
36.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like your mind's starting to go.
It is. It is gone.
You're probably the youngest looking Wyoming 36-year-old I've ever met.
World, yeah.
I escaped Wyoming, that's why. Everyone else looks 36 when they're 16.
This might be a little piece of food, separate one. Nobody likes you when you're 36.
I think that's what they're singing now.
You're not turning
in
40.
their 50s.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Check that out, dude. Sorry, you probably could have done this. I just got into that mode.
Who did this to me?
Weird mudstone blobs in
Fisher,
here.
this is about the golden hour for this year.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's important to impress people that you can fix bones even if it seems like you can't.
No, we should probably start eating lunch if we're going to go at 2, right?
I mean, we just eat in the car.
I already
It's like
did,
a half an
man.
hour drive.
Okay.
Then
Yeah, the smart one.
Is it missing a lot off of
I think it's missing the whole model's fine. It's all gone. I would guess that this is central side, and then this is the bump for the transverse process or
Oh,
something. I don't know. I actually don't know. Where we're at, but.
Well, Maddie, we've got somebody saying hello to you in chat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Mad world.
Probably my family.
You think so?
If
Yeah.
it is, then hi.
If it's someone else, forget it.
Oh, your family's so proud of you. Oh.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, I gotta get my family on this.
There you go, Tom.
Look, Mom, no money.
to put a little...
We always thought you were crazy.
That's the thing that you do.
My family's camping right
Surgery. Bone surgery.
It's perfect. It's in the sun.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Oh, Golganek, thank you for gifting that sub. That's excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder...
Don, we found a bone. A little vertebra.
I'm gonna look through here to make sure that I didn't throw the other half away or anything.
I don't think you did. I think it's the whole centrum. It's just a little centrum.
Like similar to the one that Fisher found.
Nice.
Bone time.
Any idea who it's from?
Pretty little.
Probably another little iguanodon centrum.
Cool.
You'll check it.
Johnny Iguana.
Johnny Iguani.
Found another piece. Nope, can't stop, won't stop. Look at that.
Yeah.
Preparation, dude. Predators hate him. He does it all in the field. Do you ever hear people pronounce it preparator?
Yeah, I guess, but mainly preparator, but every time my brain just goes the other way for some reason.
Yeah, I think it's probably both right. But I always think it's like, it sounds like a Terminator or something. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger would be the preparator.
Anomalocaris versus Anomalocris.
Oh wow, I've never heard that.
Oh, you've never heard Anomalocaris? I think that's more British.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize
Sounds
that.
like a British way.
I didn't realize that niche was British and niche was American, and now
Really?
I hate American dialect completely.
I just say niche every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
niche is so
Yeah.
much better.
Apparently,
Niche.
French researchers would pronounce Australopithecus Australopithecus, which I would attempt with a French accent, but I would botch it because it just doesn't compute. Yeah. And Raven says, "Are you assigned sections, or do you select where you want to dig?" It's just kind of, yeah, I don't know.
There's a giant fight
Little of
at the
both.
beginning of the day,
Just let the
and
good
whoever
times
wins
roll.
has choice picks.
Exactly, yeah.
We have a lot of memes here.
grading?
There are many memes. We're full of memes.
High rating?
High grading? What I'm doing over here.
Migrate to the
What's that?
Would you like to
Tardigrating?
hold the tooth while I throw away some of this overbreeding?
I think this is probably not worth keeping. Sorry,
Okay.
I wasn't
Oh, no,
clear about
fine.
that.
I wouldn't have had you drip a little glue on it then, sorry.
Only a tardigrade is in the absence of water. I'm turning it into
Oh, you saw a cast of Lucy yesterday. Very cool, G. Shumway. Very nice. Where was that at, if you don't mind my asking? I saw one in Cleveland a few weeks ago. Yeah. Everyone else in the world says it that way too. Really? Australopithecus?
I don't think that's true.
This is wrong.
I don't think I've ever actually heard anybody say it that way, to be honest. And thank you, Ken, for emptying that out. Nice.
So, what I love is people that are like, it's Diplodocus, but then they talk about Diplodocids.
That's me.
No, I am too. I'm just saying, like,
Gotta be consistent.
you
Yeah.
can live in both worlds, evidently. So.
Uh-huh.
Because Diplodocus just sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Diplodocids
Thanks.
also just sounds right.
Yeah.
Diplodocids doesn't sound right.
No. Too guttural.
The Diplodocids are all right.
That's Johnny Iguana's rival gang, the Diplodocids.
Rotten Rhonda and the Diplodocids.
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you Diplodocids.
You dumb mammals.
We need a Mesozoic Scooby-Doo with Scooby the Penomamus. And Scooby snacks are...
Oh, the Senckenberg Museum in Frankfurt. Very cool, G. Shumway. Very nice. Yeah.
And every episode they rewrite scientists' theories.
Ube Shaka wants to know, what's the largest fossil you found on the dig?
Down so far.
Yeah, so far in this quarry it would be one of the bones that that Don's got over
We
there.
found big bones here in previous years, but we
Yeah.
just started here, so
Yeah, this is not quite straight.
Used to be a male that lived out here.
We'll adjust that. That's better.
it could be a small dislocatal or something. I really don't know, to be honest. I'm actually not very good at identifying vertebrae, like where they go and who they belong to.
Sometimes at night you can
Yeah.
Yeah.
moving at the moon.
Where they're leaving out of pieces.
says your brush is getting a little short. You think?
So it's got nothing to do.
It's currently unused whisper.
I never really noticed.
Yeah. I'll use this one until it can be used no longer. And yeah, but I am getting a ton of little tiny pieces that are coming off of it. I do think that the closer you get to the reinforced part there, the more brittle they get, or the more likely they are to break. Yeah, and Ethan's not taking a nap. He's looking very closely at a bone right now.
Certainly when you're higher up the.
Yeah, a few more pieces.
And
Teeth,
yeah, trying to salvage whatever parts of it he can.
little beaks.
Yeah. And Lady Wild Tree, Ethan's got a fossil right there that he's working on, but we're still digging down right here trying to find more, digging through this rock.
And then you're right in the center of the exit there.
Yeah.
Any bird sightings today? Yeah. Some of us in camp this morning saw a hummingbird fly through. It was my first bird of the week, if you can believe that. And then apparently, Dawn and I think Ethan saw who else saw the yellow-headed blackbird?
I did.
Very cool, Maddie, yeah. I wish I could have seen that. I've never seen a yellow-headed blackbird before.
We set up the hummingbird feeder, so hopefully we'll see if you want.
I think
Yeah.
put a lot of glue on it.
Let's hope the hummingbirds find the feeder.
Yeah. It's still mushy.
Yeah.
So we'll give it probably 15 minutes. And then I'll just go map it real quick.
Gotcha. Am I good?
And Coach, yeah, air hammer would probably not
Be
be,
mindful of how you're
not be
affecting
the
this
greatest in a
rocks
situation like this. We've got a jackhammer here
This is
But we don't use that on-
Here's the thing.
on any of the layers that might have important bones in them.
Little bits of teeth there. Not really anything kind of important. Yeah, there's where it came from right there.
Was it there, and then when the other bird and rock came off, like something shattered?
Yeah, a lot of the teeth are super fragile. And we're not really too worried about them.
Yeah.
Just trying to get through this layer to get to the really nice stuff underneath. Or the nicer leprous.
GG Simpson.
It looks like a leaf.
Oh, thank you, Menda. Kind words. Welcome to Paleontologizing. It's good to have you here. And we are having a great time, Austin. Thanks for asking.
Kidney boy. Kidney boy.
Junk in the trunk. Dude.
I really feel like it just got hotter here.
Oh, it did.
Want some?
I think I'm good, but thank you.
Want some gulp gulp?
Holy cow.
What?
Take a guess.
103.
105.
This is saying 111 right now.
What the?
Does not feel like
It
it.
wasn't sitting in the sun, was it?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah.
I
Definitely.
took it out of here. It was, and it's in the shade right now.
Yeah.
Justin?
Yeah.
Try to give it like 15 minutes and then decide if it's worth it.
Okay.
Wow. 111.
Work some ways.
Oh. Now it's down to 110. Yeah.
All right, we're staying.
It's too hot for swimming. Let's keep working.
Yeah.
Oh. The humidity went up a tiny bit too.
That's because of Fisher's shirt.
It might be. Yeah.
Localized.
You feel it when you break into fresh rock and the moisture comes up. And oh man, you're interesting as well. 106, I feel like a party.
So quiet.
Lady Wild Tree
Alright.
says,
That's what you're
Embrace
saying.
the death.
Why are you? What are you? Why are you?
It's like a frog going.
I've always wanted to be a paleontologist. Is there ever an age that is too old to start? Probably 90s?
12.
Lady Wildtree is 34. I mean, shoot, there are paleontologists who started later in their career,
How
or
old are you?
me?
Nick Oliver? No, I'm just kidding. Ken, how old are you? 36?
36.
You started a year ago?
Yeah. And I still have to go to school, so yeah, no,
There you go.
depends on how unhinged you are, so.
No, you could totally do it. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to go out and get a degree or anything in order to be able to do this kind of work too. If you just want to work in a quarry and find new dinosaurs and stuff like that.
It's only if you want to get paid for it.
There you go. Yeah. If you want to get paid. But yeah.
There's something to be said about making something you love into your job. Sometimes it's not the best idea, but...
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes it's like it's not work at all. So yeah. I guess it depends on your personality and
where you end up having a job.
yeah.
Level of masochism.
Yeah.
Finding a new bone.
Got to be comfortable with the idea of being uncomfortable in situations like that. I suppose that's true. Yeah.
That's how I live in the desert.
Yeah.
Embrace the suck.
Yeah. Just take joy in the idea that it's hotter outside my body in the ambient air than it is inside my body.
My dad was saying that way before.
Yeah.
Was your
That's why
dad
you
a
run
Marine?
marathons.
No,
It feels so good
Grandpa
when
was
you
in
stop.
the
What's
Air
that?
Force.
That's why you run marathons. It feels so good when you stop.
It's
There you
always kind of been the family motto. So then, she goes to the Marines. She's like, I already know this. Embrace it.
I was gonna say, I know my buddy went to school with somebody in Bristol, and she was in her like 60s.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And then there are people like Jack McIntosh, who worked on sauropods, where he was a physicist by trade, right?
Yeah.
But like made some really, really important contributions to sauropod paleontology. I think he was the guy who first recognized that Apatosaurus and Brontosaurus were the same dinosaur.
Yeah, he just decided to go looking in Yale collections. And he's like, oh, there's the skull. That no one's seen, somehow.
Yeah, Wayne Akano from was a physicist forever, and he just really loves chondrichthyans. So
Oh,
he's
really?
always publishing stuff about sharks.
Very cool.
Why not?
So yeah, there are many, many paths into paleontology. Probably more out of it, but yeah.
Yeah, once you're in, there's plenty of ways out.
Oh, you like money? Goodbye.
Yeah, if you're okay with, taking a vow of poverty.
Your wife doesn't mind you having no money and never seeing you, does she?
Keep her.
Or husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pebbles, right?
It is now. This is bone.
Damn it. Okay.
And you can do lab stuff. That's true, Araya. Yeah, there are some paleontologists who never go out into the field.
We call them people who don't go out in the field.
or lab lubbers.
Lab lubbers, that's funny.
Instead of land lubbers.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But yeah, I don't know. I know a few paleontologists who just don't do field work at all.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Oftentimes people's job just doesn't support it.
Wow.
Sure,
So
that's
like
true.
if you're an anatomy professor who studies fossils, right? It's possible. I mean, not always, but it's possible if you work in some anatomy department, or maybe if you teach veterinary anatomy or something like that, or you teach biology at a university, that they don't have the funds or the resources or the interest in funding fieldwork. And so you can still do research on fossils that other people have collected, and it can be important, but it doesn't mean you have to dig them up yourself necessarily.
Right.
So some people just don't like field work, and that's totally fine. And there's plenty of ways to be into paleo, even if you're not digging up fossils yourself.
I suppose there are probably some paleontologists who also just don't work with fossils. Like, don't some people only do computer modeling and stuff like that?
Oh wow, yeah. Well, it'd be hard to never touch a fossil.
Yeah.
But it's, at least in photos and 3D scans of stuff, right? But
Yeah, oh, we're getting a raid here. Excellent. 14 raters from Mary Kronos. Mary, how are you doing? How is your stream? Welcome to Paleontologizing. I hope you are someplace nice and cool, because it's like 105 degrees in here right now.
102. My phone says that's probably. I think yours is accurate.
Let's see.
It's like this is probably thinking it's snow average.
It's probably going to mob. Yeah, that's why mine's probably not right.
108.
Wow.
It's not that bad.
108.93.
Sure, I heat aside of an oven.
Should bake some muffins out here.
We got all these flat surfaces, fry some eggs.
Yeah. Just take the tarps down and leave some eggs out. You don't need to refrigerate eggs, do you?
Nah, of course not. I mean, they won't hatch if you do.
Yeah.
Better, I'll turn into hot ice juice.
Yeah.
What is it? It's ice. What is that? I don't know.
Don't forget to drink some water. Thank you, Perps. We will. Yeah.
Hydrate and
You hydrate, yeah, boy, or you die like yeah, boy. So I got a tooth pebble,
tooth pebble.
junk tooth,
Oh. A junk tooth is still a tooth.
tooth's a tooth. Not a keeper. A junk tooth.
Oh wow, yeah. Even.
Ooh, that's a big old chunk. Yeah.
That would kind of make that unsupported.
If they're separable, then they're
They're separable.
that's to your judgment. Yeah.
We got more
Pebbles.
chunks
I
underneath.
hope that this would be a tooth, but it's just a pebble.
It looks pretty garbage, but if you still check it out.
That looks like plant deck.
No plant, okay.
It's funny, it's kind of shaped in the center, but that's funny. That's funny.
And then this is still plant too. That is
Yep.
right
Yep.
there.
Exactly. I was just looking. It's firming up. Yeah, it's firming up, but it's still a little juicy. It's soft. So I'll leave it for longer.
SB wants to know, what are the most important bones to find for a new dinosaur?
Skull.
Skull, yeah. Which, how many bones are in a typical dinosaur skull? Is it like 50?
A lot, yeah.
Many of them paired,
Mm-hmm.
or at least symmetrical.
I don't know. I think a lot of people are used to thinking of a skull as being like one bone, like a human skull. But that's actually a bunch of different bones that are fused together. And in dinosaurs, it's easier to tell because there's a bunch of holes, fenestra in between, and...
Ornithischians have more.
What's that?
You said ornithischians have more?
Ornithischians have more?
Ornithischians.
I guess
Because
they got the
have
predentary, yeah.
predentary, and
Yeah,
then
so
they
they've got at
have
least
the-
one more.
Just like how a baby has a soft spot on its head, that's because the individual bones of the skull have not yet sutured together. So
Mhm.
that's even in humans, the skull is made out of a panoply of connecting parts that form into a solid unit through age.
Right.
But in a lot of dinosaurs, right, they stay unfused for forever. In some dinosaurs.
When they die, they just
Word of the day, panoply.
Panoply? It's a good one, yeah.
Underused.
Panoplosaurus?
A panoply of Panoplosaurus.
There now is, if depending on if you're a splitter or a lumper.
Oh, really? Bunch of new species been proposed?
It's a nodosaurid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's an ankylosaurid.
Oh, is it?
Oh no, Panoplosaurus is
I think it's a
an
note.
ankylosaurid, isn't
I
it?
think it's a notice.
That's the guy with the cheek.
Let's look it up.
Panoplosaurus, I think.
That is a
a big
notosaur.
notosaur.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
From
Yeah, that's the boy with the cheekbone, and so they know it has a cheek, right?
From Texas, I think?
No, that's
Is that Papasaurus?
Papasaurus. Papasaurus is like a yeah.
Yeah.
pebble. He was just really close to it. So that's
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Can't really tell.
That is a literal pebble, not a ball pebble. Yeah.
is that true? Newborn human has around 300 bones in total that fuse into 206 by adulthood?
Potentially. I mean,
I guess that depends on
do you
the...
consider the limb ends their own bone briefly?
I don't know. Or like the skull bones, is that one bone at the end? Because I wouldn't consider the skull to be
I don't
one
think,
bone.
Yeah, I mean it fuses together, but I still don't think it's one.
No, yeah.
Still don't, it's probably like 12 or 15 bones.
At least.
Yeah. So in humans, we have
A little more in.
we have relatively few because a lot of the bones that are separate bones in dinosaurs are in mammals fused into a single bone. Like the temporal bone is a
Sure.
bunch of little bones
You
fused
kind of
together.
count the syringular and the angular that turn into ear bones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is
Like we
weird.
have one bone in our lower jaw, and dinosaurs have
Yeah. Just the mandible.
dentary, syringular, angular, articular, prearticular, coronoid, splenial,
Pre-articular?
prearticular. So many bones in the lower jaw. And
We
dinosaurs.
are looking at about 1:45 right now, so
Okay. When do you want to leave?
I think we should probably start getting ready.
Start packing up?
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Yeah. I'll start
we'll
wrapping
cover
up
your
here.
bone in a little.
Yeah.
And something.
Since we have gotten up to.
You can put it back
I do
together.
that with this one.
Yeah. Here, let me give everyone one last look at what we've been working on.
I think this thing might be turning into an ilium over here.
Really?
Oh.
Everyone knows.
Everybody loves an
Not quite
ilium.
sure yet, but
Yeah, so somebody was asking if we've actually found anything here yet, and yeah, this is a quarry that we've been working for a number of years. We know that there are
Yeah, there's the little notches.
there's lots of stuff in here. Here's a few of the things that Don's been
So
digging
this is
up.
the dorsal surface. This is the hip socket, acetabulum, posterior part.
this will be the blade
Anterior
part, and then the pre.
Does look ilium-y.
Oh wait, are you saying that this is the posterior part, right?
No, this would. Yeah, that would be the blade part, and then the anterior. But
Yeah,
the,
That's what I
the
think too.
pre-acetabular process would be coming around here, but I'm not entirely sure. But I'm thinking maybe.
That's
I'm
right.
thinking that's going to hook up, and it's just been squashed.
These could be.
That's probably going to
Probably unrelated, right?
Unrelated.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but-
think that's a neural arch. Of some
Oh,
sort.
okay.
But
That's gonna be a nice bone, dude.
yeah. Probably just dribble a little more glue on there and
Very nice.
pack her up. I'll have something to get me excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, something that we can try out of tent.
It doesn't take much.
We have rocks to look forward to.
You guys will get down on the bone. You guys
Yeah.
are getting close.
We get in there. That was really pretty over here.
It's a nice quarry. We'll
Hand
leave
me
it there.
my glue and that little brush. Yeah, one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Somebody's asking who the leader of the dig is. That's Big Don right there.
D.
Yeah. Triple D.
DDT.
Dirty Desert Dawn.
DDT down.
Dirty as in dust and dirt, not
Right.
the other kind.
Yeah. Don DeBlue, Assistant State Paleontologist for the state of Utah. Yeah. How are things going over here, Justin?
I have a little bone that might turn into something.
Ooh.
Just put some glue on there.
That, yeah. Very nice.
Other than that, not much.
Yeah. We're just starting out. We're going to be swimming in bones before too long, but in just a little while we'll also be swimming in water because we are going to go beat the heat and head on down to the Green River in a little bit. That's going to be really, really nice. So we go walk up the hill here and we'll wrap up the stream. Let's see.
You want to cover this one too?
Just leave it. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe that pillow that next to your foot, we'll use that for his stuff.
And SB, yep, we put the glue on the bones in order to keep them from crumbling when they hit the air, basically. Because the rock itself will actually start to kind of come apart when it's exposed to the air. Just a little bit. The cracks will widen. It starts to break down a little bit. We don't want that happening to the bone, so we hit it with consolidant glue. Kind of PVA type glue, polyvinyl acetate. It's like plastic dissolved in acetone. Let me put this back together. I'm a one-man band here, so apologies for the weird camera angles as I swing this stuff around. There we go. Hopefully I didn't disrupt the connection. Yeah, and all the bones that we recover, Smoky Rebels, are going to the Utah Geological Survey, where they're going to be cleaned, and then off to the Natural History Museum of Utah in Salt Lake City. So all these bones end up in a museum. But yeah. Anyway, let's see who else is on Twitch right now, and we will do good old-fashioned raid. Ugh, got dust all over my phone here. Who else is live right now? Let's see. Hitch is on. Yeah, let's go right into Hitch. Why don't we? Yeah, that'll be good. So don't go away, everybody. We're going to go see somebody else doing some IRL travel outdoors streaming. Oop, that's not what I want. Chat. There we go. All right. Raid. Hitch. Beautiful. This, I guess, is intended for mature audiences, so be aware. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for your viewership, for your questions, for your enthusiasm. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned something. And I hope you're inspired to get outside and spend some time in the great outdoors, you know, like we're doing for the next 2 weeks. And I hope you're someplace a lot cooler than we are right now. But we're going to go for a swim, and that is going to be heavenly. So very excited about that. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for everything. Maybe most especially your financial support. I couldn't do this without you, so thank you for that. That satellite dish and solar panel array would not be here were it not for your generous support. So thank you, everybody. Anyway, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, fingers crossed, hopefully for some more science outreach. So catch me then. It'll be a good time. But until then, everybody, you take care of yourselves, and where's the thing? I should be able to raid, right? Did that not work? Raid. Hitch. Already have a raid in progress. Why is it not showing it? Oh, goodness. Timer is counting. Raid is in progress. It should show that here in my chat. And it's not doing that. Anyway. It's glitching. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here, and yeah, I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.